no disrespect to your team with a couple of games left here, but I'm more than a little curious about your future. You cast a big shadow over this thing. So I guess I would ask it like this. If this is a wrap, are you getting nostalgic at all about this thing? Coaching this team?
I think that subject is going to be, that's for after the games are played, as everything with the organization, the evaluations, and what the next step is. I think that'll be discussed after. I am still going about the business of just trying to prepare the team and try to play the game as hard as we can. I'm still, Clay, we got 2 games here. I just want to try to play the right way.
I got you. Thank you.
You bet.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Mark Scheig. Go ahead, Mark.
Thanks, Glenn. Good morning, John. I want to ask you about Eric Robinson this morning. Is looking back at his season, he's played every game for you. I don't think he quite gets enough credit for his overall game. Just what do you feel like? Do you agree with that sentiment about maybe he's a little bit underrated? And how important is he for the future of this team?
Yeah, he is. He's had a good year. He's been moved up and down the lineup. I think whenever we talk about Robbie, we talk about his speed, his legs. I think he has done some really good things for us as far as our forechecking, just as far as making our team play fast, which I think it's very important in today's game. Has a ton of things to improve on. As I've always talked about with him, his battle level on pucks, understanding how to win battles, his puck skills, which I think have improved this year, awareness as far as coverages, everything that a young player still needs to learn. But I've always, there are some times where I don't think he's really played that well at certain times, but it's hard for me to take him out with the speed that he brings, because I think that causes opponents problems as far as backing teams off in the way he can skate. So I think he's had a good year. I think he's improving. That's the important part. I think he's improving in the things I've talked about, and he has to continue to improve.
Yeah, and that speed factor too is obviously huge in today's game. Like, imagine him and Liam Foodie. How far does Foodie have to go to kind of get to that level? I know he has to improve in a lot of things as well.
Yeah, he has to. He has to learn a lot of things, preparation, everything. He's still just such a young kid trying to become a National Hockey Leaguer and trying to understand what it is to be a pro. I think it starts with these young kids' preparation off the ice, both mentally and physically, to get ready for an NHL season, and start there and then start growing after that.
And John, what does your lineup look like for tonight?
Tonight, so Mikko comes out. Who else is coming out? I know Harry's going in. I just don't have it in front of me. Harry's going in. Peaker's going in. Kooks is coming out, and Mikko's coming. Those are the 2 D that are coming out. Kivy will play goal.
Thanks, John.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Dave Metzel. Go ahead, Dave.
Thanks, Glenn. Good morning, John. John, you kind of referenced it earlier in this week, but you've got 2 teams that will have their season end tonight, tomorrow night. How do you expect that will impact the game in terms of, obviously you want to win the game, but how else do you think it will impact the game in terms of looking at players, evaluating guys who are trying to earn a job for next year or whatever?
Same thing, Dave. Same thing we've been doing here for the past few weeks. Where like I said, the lineup that I've kept together a little bit here, I felt was our best lineup. And I thought it was incumbent upon me to do that just for the integrity of the playoff race, and teams that we were playing were involved in that playoff race. Now I take a couple of D out, looking at a couple other guys. We're doing the same thing we've been doing right along here, is evaluating players.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, John, really quick, just getting back to, Liam Foodie, and then also Texier and Bemstrom. And those 3 names, we've heard about them for 2 years, obviously, before they even got here. how important is this season, or could this season be for them going forward?
Well, I don't think, with Bemmer being hurt so much and Foods has been up and down, again, still trying to be a National Hockey League, trying to understand what that is. And Tech starting off really well, very inconsistent year. It's all part of growth. They've got to learn through some of the good things they've done this year and some of the struggles that they've had. So it's all part of growth as far as young players.
How tricky can it be, when you look at those three guys, and there's guys across the league around the same age as them that are maybe a little further along in their careers, young careers. How tricky can that be? I mean, people might look at them and say, oh, well, they haven't scored a goal this year, write them off, that type of thing. It's way too soon for that, right?
Oh God, yeah. These are young. I mean, they're still trying to figure just the simple things out as far as what it is to be a pro, and they have to go through the experiences. As far as thinking about writing them off, I mean that this is just the start of the process for them, and so they just have to take each and every assignment, every opportunity that they get, and try to improve. And when it goes into next year, into camp, have a good summer as far as understanding conditioning, get yourself as ready mentally and physically for camp, start another year and continue to try to grow. That's all you can do. And so this is just an early start to their process.
Do you like, when you look at maybe the short or longer term view of this team in particular, when you look at the roster, you look at some of the young guys, do you like what you see that's potentially here in Columbus?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into an evaluation of the roster and stuff like that right now. I'm just, I'll talk about those players, but I'm not going to get into an overview of what the roster should be, what it's going to be, what it looks like. Now's not the time. Those are questions I think that are very important for Yamo to answer when these two games are over. I'm telling you guys, I want to play the two games the right way. I'm still just concentrating on that and nothing else.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Aaron Portzline. Go ahead, Aaron.
Thanks, Glenn. John, for all the talk you would have heard in anticipation of Elvis Merzlikins' arrival, what a personality he was, what a character he was, can you just talk about how your relationship, the two of you, do you sort of understand him on the same wavelength now? In other words, do you feel like you've got a read on that player that maybe you weren't sure what you were getting when you got here? Are you guys
I wasn't sure, but I love the kid. Early on, I think went through. It happened pretty quickly early on. As far as I thought that Winnipeg game was a very important time for him. It was an important time for me in coaching him and asking him to respect the league and just respect his position as far as what his job is. And not get too carried away with other stuff. I think he has matured tremendously. I think he's a tremendous competitor. And the thing I like about him, I think he's accountable. I think I don't have to spend too much time talking to Manny about his play, or is that a bad goal and this and that. Elvis pretty much says it. He says it like it is. He'll let you know when he's had some struggles, and he'll let you know when he's played well. So I love his personality, and he's outgoing. He's competitive. He has a chance to be a very good goaltender in this league. And so it's been fun for me. I enjoy the enthusiasm he brings. I enjoyed what he did the other night, although it's a more relaxed situation because the game doesn't mean a lot to us, but I love the way he thinks that way. He's clearing the snow in front of the net, getting himself ready to shoot a puck down the ice. And, so I think he's matured quickly.
Do you feel like the club has come around on that as well? The players, the guys in the room, I think there was some apprehension too when he arrived. Do you get the sense that he feels like that he's fully one of them now?
I don't poll the players on it. I don't hang with them. I don't think there's ever been I have not seen a problem as far as Elvis was built up to be this larger than life guy over there coming here.
Right.
I do think he went through a process of understanding and catching himself in respecting the National Hockey League. This is the best league in hockey. And you need to respect it because it's very humbling. And I think he grabbed himself pretty quickly there. He still has growing to do. He still has things to work on, maturity-wise, and again, I'm not going to talk about his technical part of his game. That's Manny's job. But as far as his relationship with the players, I've not seen a problem. But maybe those are questions that if players have a problem with him, I think they're going to tell you anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a tough one for me to answer.
Sure. Thank you.
I think from me, Portsy, I think he's been a really good teammate. And I think he holds himself accountable. I think that's a very important part in that unique position as a goaltender, to hold yourself accountable in front of your team.
Thank you.